Alright, my wicked heretics, it has been a silent week on my part, but not without good reason. So I promised you the last video would be my last with shitty audio quality from my mother's basement, God's bless her soul. And here I am, new mic in hand. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy the new standard of quality. Now, enough of that bullshit. We got the second half of the Chaos Legion previews from our new updated Codex, and it also includes the Legion I personally play and love. And it sucks. But more on that later. Let's check out the new changes. The Word Bearers have the exact same trait we know and despise. It's called Profane Zeal. It allows them to reroll failed morale tests, you know, like every single normal Marine can. Exactly. They also get a brand new specialist detachment called Demonkin Ritualists. Might have something to do with the new Shadow Spear models, you know. This detachment can contain Dark Apostles, Dark Disciples, Masters of Possession, Possessed, and Greater Possessed units. The Warlord traits of this specialist detachment is called Shepherd of the True Faith, which gives your Warlord a 6-inch aura with the effect that every friendly Demonkin Ritualists unit within 6 inches deals 1 mortal wound to its target when it rolls an unmodified wound roll of 6. Not too bad, I guess, but this only works in melee, making it a rather undesirable waste of a Warlord trait for any meta-viable army. We all know melee sucks, come on G-dubs. Now, the Red Altar boys also get a stratagem for this. It's called Vessels of the Neverborn, which allows you to pick a demon unit from Demonkin Ritualists within 6 inches of a Master of Possession and increase their strength and attacks by 1 until the end of the fight phase. Sure, this, combined with the Master of Possession's other buffs to demons, are gonna make Possessed much, much better. In fact, using this, the Locus of a Demonic Herald, and the Aura of a Greater Possessed, you'd get a Strength 8 Possessed. I don't know for sure how well this will play out, since they have a terrible number of D3 attacks, but when combined with the World Eater's Legion trait, and the bonus attack from this stratagem, that will be D3 plus 2 attacks. I'll be testing this as soon as I'm done assembling my Shadow Spear box. I wanna abuse it. Now, while this isn't specifically a Word Bearer's change, I'll include it here for reasons that should be obvious. Dark Apostle has been changed. Massively. And he's got an awesome new model, and some friends too. The Dark Apostle has now lost his aura of rerolls, and has instead gained 6 prayers via his new Priest rule. The basic rule itself gives the Apostle a chance to convey his prayer to the gods hear it on a 3-up roll. The Priest knows the Dark Zealotry prayer, which is his old reroll 6-inch aura, and another chosen from the list of 6 prayers. Out of those 6, we currently know 3, and these are Omen of Potency, which gives your Apostle 3 more attacks and an AP of -4. Yikes. I mean, I don't get him stuck in that often, but that's gonna hurt. Illusory Supplication, which gives your Apostle a 6-inch aura, providing 5-up invuln save to Legion models within 6 inches of them, and Soul Terror Portent, which gives a Legion unit within 6 inches of the Apostle a +1 to their wound rolls for their melee weapons. The Dark Apostle also gains the option to take up to 2 additional models with him. These are called the Dark Disciples. Dark Disciples have the ability named Relic of Corruption, which, if they are within 2 inches of an Apostle, adds 1 to his roll to see if the gods hear his prayer or not. That will make it a 2-up. Now, we don't know what the other 3 prayers are, but the ones we have as of now are extremely powerful, considering they happen on a roll of 2-up. The downside to this is that the Apostle will probably cost a lot more points after the update hits, and rumors abound. I guess we gotta wait and see, you know? Moving on from these red boys to the other red boys, they've also kinda updated my favorite Legion, the World Eaters. Our trait is still the same, namely 1 extra attack after a successful charge via the Butcher's Nails, which is fine. It's a bit more death if you, through some miracle of the Dark Gods, make it to the enemy. The update included with the World Eaters preview adds a new character, which is thematically pretty awesome. He's called Master of Executions, which is an extremely pretentious name for a crazed killing machine, but sure, why not? The Master of Executions comes with 2 special rules. Trophy Taker, which allows him to reroll 1 hit roll, 1 wound roll, or 1 damage roll once per fight phase for his attacks that target an enemy character. You gotta pick which one to roll though, as this ability does not mean you can reroll 1 of each. The second ability is Warp-Sighted Butcher, which allows him to move 6 inches with his heroic intervention if there are enemy characters within 6 inches of him. Using this means also that he has to end up within 1 inch of the nearest enemy character. His weapon is aptly named an Axe of Dismemberment, which is for all intents and purposes a way better power fist, with twice his model strength, AP -3, D3 damage, as well as dealing 1 extra mortal wound whenever you roll a 6 up to wound with it. The weapon itself is damn impressive, but the character seems pointless. Even the wording of the reveal is fairly insulting, considering the meta. He's supposed to be a replacement for the snipers we don't get to use as Chaos, but it doesn't really seem like he's gonna do shit. Hell, an Exalted Champion with a Power Fist probably does a better job of killing characters, since the Exalted Champion rerolls all hits and wounds against characters, and he buffs my army. Now, well, I think he's gonna be fairly useless. He could at least have a cool model, you know? Right? Wrong. Holy shit, this model eats massive amounts of penis. Seriously, bags upon bags of penis. What were you guys thinking making this abomination? The axe works, and I guess the bones and heads in his hand might be okay, but the leather apron is fucking atrocious, and don't even get me started on that fucking hood! Jesus H, tap dancing Christ, he looks like he's about to get reamed by a massive strap-on at a fetish party. What is wrong with you? Needless to say, I'll be getting one of these, but certainly replacing the worst parts of it. I actually think a Mighty Skullcrusher helmet will do nicely, since he really has an Age of Smegmar aesthetic, you know? Yeah, I ain't too pleased. But the shit show continues, as the World Eaters have a detachment too. Sorta. Kinda. Maybe. You'd think it'd be a massive raging berserker horde or a pack of crazed hellbrutes, wouldn't you? Nah, it ain't. In fact, it's not even a Chaos Space Marine thing. It is the Legion of Skulls. A detachment that can only include bloodletters. Specifically, Chaos Demon Detachment. Classy. Real fucking classy. The Warlord trait for this one is called Blood Blessed, which gives the Warlord 1 extra attack and a further extra attack if there's an enemy character within 6 inches of him. Decent, sure, it'll make a Blood Throne with the King of Swords relic a fucking beast. And the related stratagem is Brazen Skull, which allows you to pick even holy fuck words. A Legion of Skulls model from your army during the shooting phase, then pick an enemy within a range of 8 inches because Khorne, and basically perform a shooting attack that isn't a shooting attack, which will deal D3 mortal wounds. Not a terrible way to smite someone by throwing a skull at him. So, why did the Chaos Demons get more rule content than the Chaos Space Marines in a Chaos Space Marines preview? Fuck knows. I sure don't. So since we're done with one Legion no one gives a shit about, let's move on to the other Legion no one gives a shit about, and it's the Emperor's Children, the sweet, loud, beloved, tentacly degenerates. They've gotten pretty much nothing that is specifically meant for them, but the preview did include very relevant changes to Chaos Space Marines, so here we go. The preview detachment is called the Soul Forged Pack, which can only include Warpsmiths, Demon Engines, or the awesome new Lord Discordant, which is probably both. It comes with a Warlord trait called Master of the Soul Forges, which gives the Warlord an aura that increases the movement speed of Soul Forged Pack Demon Engines within 6 inches by an extra 2 inches of movement. Gotta get those 2 extra inches, guys, you know I'm right. Now, this Warlord trait looks custom built for the Lord Discordant. He will most likely benefit from it himself, while making Blood Slaughterers, Venom Crawlers, and the good old Mauler Fiends and Defilers more likely to reach the enemy, while also providing all the other support ability he comes with. Excellent trait if you ask me. The stratagem meant to be used with this is called Infernal Engines, which allows a Demon Engine from the Soul Forged pack to charge even if they advance this turn, making for some very nasty possible charges. This whole detachment honestly looks like it's gonna see a lot of play, and I'll be personally abusing the ever-loving fuck out of it, as I have an issue with hoarding Demon Engine models for unknown reasons. And, well, this detachment will certainly impact the meta. The other part of the Emperor's Children preview is gonna hit even harder, trust me. They changed the Havocs. Now, we don't know the full extent of the changes, and weird rumors abound, like new points cost, new toughness, whatever. But what we do know is that the Havocs can now move and shoot heavy weapons without penalties with their new stabilization talons, and they finally told us what the awesome minigun teased earlier this month does. And holy fuck, the thing rocks. It's called a Reaper Chain Cannon. It has a range of 24 inches, a strength of 5, AP -1, and 1 damage, like a heavy bolter. But unlike a heavy bolter, this goddamn thing has 8 shots. You heard me right, 8. 8 goddamn shots, Jesus. With the use of Endless Cacophony, a Havoc squad with 4 of these will put out 64 shots. Just imagine the possibilities. They'll hurt everything with the right support. Of course, we don't know how many points they're gonna cost, but my heretics, the hype is real. And now, for the last, or maybe first, or somewhere in between, I don't know, nobody does. We got the Alpha Legion. The Sneaky Boys get a cultist detachment, which is fitting, I guess, namely the Cult of the Damned. It can include Chaos Cultists, as well as Dark Apostles and Dark Disciples. We don't really know what the Warlord trait for this detachment is, because that's just how Alfarius likes things, but we do know that its related stratagem is called Chorus of the True Faith. Chorus of the True Faith adds 1 to a Dark Apostle's prayer rolls if he is within 6 inches of a friendly Cult of the Damned unit. Basically means you automatically pass the prayer roll, making for a nice emergency button. Along with these extras, we were also shown more of the Noctilith Crown terrain piece. This edgy Chaos Portal has a loathsome aura, granting Chaos units wholly within 6 inches of this model a 5-up invuln save. Additionally, you get to reroll Psychic tests for Chaos Psychers while they're within 6 inches of the crown. At the start of the second round, its aura increases to 9 inches, and at the start of the third one to 12, making it a very impressive support piece, but its power in the meta will definitely be decided after we find out just how many points it'll cost. So, that's all I got for you today. Let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed the new audio quality, and if you think I'm being unfair when I'm saying that, well, they're just boning the World Eaters and the Emperor's Children. Personally, I think they might be looking to release them as separate codices somewhere in the far future. Anyway, see you guys next time.